his letters shaped Christianity. His words traveled further than the Roman Empire itself. Yet in the end, Paul the Apostle met not glory, but the cold steel of Rome's executioner. Today we uncover the brutal death of Apostle Paul, and the merciless emperor who ordered it. Once known as Saul of Tarsus, he hunted Christians. But after a blinding encounter on the road to Damascus, Saul became Paul, the fiercest missionary of the early church. His preaching spread like wildfire, from Jerusalem to Greece, from Corinth to Ephesus, and finally, to the very heart of Rome. But Rome was not impressed. The empire tolerated many religions, but Paul's message of one true God, a crucified Savior, and a kingdom higher than Caesar threatened the foundations of imperial power. When Nero rose as emperor, the tension between Rome and the Christians ignited into open hatred. In the year 64 AD, fire ripped through the city of Rome. Rumors swirled that Nero himself ordered the blaze, but to silence suspicion, he needed a scapegoat. That scapegoat became the Christians. They were rounded up, thrown to lions, burned alive as human torches, and tortured in ways too cruel to imagine. And among those captured was the man who had carried the gospel deeper into Rome than anyone else, the Apostle Paul. Paul was no ordinary prisoner. As a Roman citizen, he had the right to a trial, but the outcome was already decided. From his cold prison cell, Paul wrote what many believe were his final letters, words of encouragement to Timothy and the early churches. His tone was different now, less fire, more farewell. He wrote, "I have fought the good fight, I have finished the race, I have kept the faith." But Rome was preparing to silence him forever. Because of his Roman citizenship, Paul was spared crucifixion, the fate of his fellow apostle Peter. Instead, the blade awaited him. Somewhere along the Ostian Way, outside the walls of Rome, Paul was led to his death. In the summer heat, with soldiers at his side, the executioner raised his sword. With a single merciless strike, the head of the Apostle Paul fell to the ground. The man who had once persecuted Christians died as one of their greatest martyrs. Paul's blood was spilled under Nero's tyranny, but his words outlived the empire that killed him. From a dungeon in Rome, his letters would travel across centuries, shaping faith, nations, and history itself. Rome silenced Paul's voice, but his message could never be executed.